Hello, this is Dr. P. Kadirvel, Professor in Civil, Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, Madurai. This video presentation is in the topic CAD using StatPro, Computer Aided Analysis and Design using StatPro software. So StatPro stands for Structural Analysis and Design Professional Version. So using this software, in this video presentation, we are going to see 3 exercises. 1. A continuous beam, 2. A plane frame, and 3. A truss. So the first 2 exercises of continuous beam and portal frame are in RCC, that is reinforced cement concrete. The third exercise, truss, is using structural steel. The outline of the presentation is as follows: introduction to the software, structural analysis, structural design, CAD, which stands for Computer Aided Analysis and Design, CAD modeling input, types of structures, and then the 3 exercises. First exercise, continuous beam in RCC, second exercise, plane frame in RCC, and third exercise, truss using structural steel. Structural analysis is the process of finding the unknown internal forces due to the external load applied. The external loads are mainly due to dead load, which includes the self-weight, floor finish, permanent loads, etc. as specified by IS 875 Part 1, and then live load, which includes the people, furniture, imposed load, etc. as mentioned in IS 875 Part 2. So both these dead load and live load includes the gravity loads, which acts vertically downwards. And then there is possibility of wind load as per IS 875 Part 3, seismic load as per IS 1893 2002, and IS 13920, the ductile detailing code. In addition, the various other loads includes the snow load, construction loads, etc. So due to the external loads which are applied on the structure, internal forces gets developed in the structure. Finding out these forces is known as structural analysis. So generally the types of internal forces are bending moment, shear force, axial force, and torsional moment. Beams are flexural members which are subjected to bending moment, shear force, and torsional moments. Slabs are similar to beams which are also subjected to bending, shear, and torsion, if any, where the breadth of the member is taken as 1 meters for design. And then columns are vertical members subjected to mainly axial compression. In addition, moment along X and Y, if any. And footings are also designed for axial compression along with moment along X and Y, if any. Structural analysis is followed by structural design, where suitable section areas are arrived based on the internal forces developed. In RCC, the sufficient area of concrete and steel are arrived to take care of the internal forces developed. For RCC, the limit state method is generally adopted for design based on IS 456-2000, and in structural steel design, both working stress method and limit state method are available based on IS 800, and the code of practice for working stress method is 1984, and limit state method is IS 800-2007. CAD CAAD stands for Computer Aided Analysis and Design. The 3 stages in this CAD for any software includes pre-processing, processing, and post-processing. The pre-processing stage includes the modeling or input, in which the dimension, which is the length of the member, the cross section is fed into the system. So from this cross section, the moment of inertia is arrived, and along with that the material is specified, from which the Young's modulus E is taken as input. So these 2 parameters are important for analysis, E and I, which are required to find the internal forces by analysis. And then support conditions are given, either fixed, hinged, or simply supported, and finally the loading on the members. So these all put together form the input or the modeling stage, which is the pre-processing stage. The second step is the processing, which is done by the software, mostly by matrix method, and here STAAD does it by stiffness matrix method. The third stage is the post-processing, where after the processing is completed, the output can be viewed as tables and diagrams from which the internal forces can be visualized as diagrams and tables. Both the results can be viewed in diagrams and in tabular form. The internal forces of bending moment, shear, axial force can be viewed, the stresses can be viewed, and the deflection can also be seen. So while elaborately seeing the CAD modeling inputs, which is the pre-processing stage, the first step includes the dimension, where the length of the members are given, nodes are given as input, and members are drawn between the nodes to get the length. The second step is giving the cross section, where while the dimensions of the cross section are given, the software finds the moment of inertia, which is the geometric property. So for rectangle it is PDQ by 12, and for circle it is pi d power 4 by 64. The third stage is giving the material as input, from which the Young's modulus is taken inside. So generally for RCC it is 5000 root FCK based on the characteristic compressive strength of concrete, and for steel it is 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. The fourth step is to give the support condition. Generally the three options available are simply supported, the example being slab resting on walls, and hinged, the example being bolted connection, and fixed, where the beam reinforcement are developed into the columns. And then the fifth stage is loading, where member loads can be given as uniformly distributed loads, uniformly varying loads, concentrated loads, floor loads, etc. And joint loads, which are the nodal loads, given as wind load and seismic loads. So to begin with a new exercise in STAAD.Pro, initially the type of structure need to be selected. So basically there are four types which have to be given as input. The first type is space, which is a three-dimensional framed structure with loads applied in any plane. The second one is plane, which is bound by the x and y axis. The examples are for continuous beam and 2D frames. The third one is floor, which is 2 or 3 dimensional, having no horizontal movement, which is generally in the x and z axis. The example being floor slabs, grid floor, and raft. And the fourth type is the truss, which consists of truss members which can have only axial member forces, which are either tension or compression, and no bending or shear is allowed when type 4 trusses are selected. So strictly trusses, only the fourth option need to be selected. And then the units default, generally it is given as meters for length and kilonewton for force. So we shall begin with the first exercise, a continuous beam which is of 2 span. The first span is of length 5 meters with a UDL 15 kilonewton per meter. The second span is of length 4 meters with a point load of 25 kilonewton at a length of at a distance of 3 meters from the left end. So we have to give this as input into STAAD.Pro. So basically, as we saw earlier, there are 6 steps in the pre-processing or the modeling. So first, to give the dimensions, select geometry, nodes. In the nodes window, the first node is given as the origin with x, y, z coordinates as 0. The second node is entered as 500, where the distance is at 5 meters in the x-axis. The third node is 900, where the third node is at 9 meters from the origin, by which 3 nodes are established inside. And then the second step is to add beam between these nodes. So under geometry menu, click add beam. Here literally beam does not mean always a horizontal member. Here it denotes a member. So click add beam from point to point, select node 1 and then node 2. The same procedure with the other nodes, by which the dimension or the length is established in the continuous beam. The third step is to give the member property for the section, from which it takes the Young's modulus, which is the modulus of elasticity, capital E. So select the beam cursor, select the corresponding members. Here select both the beams, go to commands, member property, prismatic. So prismatic literally means from the start to the end, the cross section shape is the uniform. And then here select rectangle. So you have various shapes listed as circle, rectangle, T-shape or general. Here we can select rectangle and give the breadth and depth of the section. If it is a circle, you can give the diameter, and tick the material option by giving concrete, steel or aluminum. So from this material the Young's modulus is taken, and from the breadth and depth of the section here given as 0.23 meters by 0.3 meters, the moment of inertia or the geometric property I value is arrived by the software. So both the parameters for analysis E and I are fed in this step. Click assign and close. The fourth step is to give the support. Select the node cursor, select the corresponding nodes, click commands, support specification, fixed or pinned. So pinned here it means hinge, or fixed butt. So fixed butt is a case which is done for simply supported or roller condition, where resistance is offered only in vertical direction movement and all the other degrees of freedom are released. So except Fy, you can release all the other, including Mx, My, Mz and Fx with Fz. Here the first node is selected and it need to be given as fixed, and the second and third need to be given as hinged. The fifth step is to give the loading. So go to commands, select loading, primary load. By default the load number is 1 and the name is load case 1. Click add, close. Select load case 1 in the right hand side. Click add, member load, uniform force, and here select -15, which is UDL, GY, global Y axis. So negative it is given since it is in the downward direction, and various other loads are listed like concentrated load, trapezoidal load, etc. Since it is UDL, here we have selected uniform force, and now click add and close. Now it has just been added, not assigned. Select the load in the right hand side, UNI GY -15 kN per meter. Select the corresponding beam using the beam cursor and click assign to selected beam in the bottom right. Assign and close. Now you can see the load is assigned on the first beam. In the similar way, the point load need to be assigned on the second beam. So select load case 1, click add, member load, select concentrated force, give the value as -25. It is also in the downward direction, so it is minus. Axis is the same, GY, and click D1 as 3 meters. Since it is D1 is the distance from the left end. And now select this concentrated GY -25 kN. Select the corresponding second beam. Click assign to selected beam, assign and close. So you can see the load is assigned on the second beam. And then the sixth step is to give the command to analyze. So go to commands, analysis, perform analysis, print, option, all. So this should be given only once, even after any time modification is done later. And then the seventh step is click analyze. In the menu, run analysis, run. So you can see that the processing stage is done by the software next. So these 7 steps include the pre-processing, and once you click run analysis, the second stage of processing is done by the software, here by stiffness matrix method. So you can see all the steps that have been done by the software. So it forms the element stiffness matrix, assembles them into the global matrix, solves and finds the unknown forces and displacements, and each are generated as separate file, the bending moment, deflection, shear, etc. So if only the input is correct, this matrix is formed, simplified and unknown forces found. If there is any mistake in the input, the processing will stop midway. We have to do the correction and run once again. So once the processing is over, the third stage is post processing. So go to mode in the menu, click post processing and OK. So you can see the results in diagrammatic form as well as in tabular form. To view the results in diagrammatic form, click MZ for bending moment diagram, Fy for shear force diagram, and here Fx is for axial force and Mx is for torsion. So if there is any torsion, it will be visible by clicking Mx. Generally here in the continuous beam we will be getting bending moment and shear force diagram. To view the results at the important points, you can go to the result menu. So all the menus gets newly generated at the top. You can go to the result menu, click view value, beam results, and you can check bending moment, shear force and axial force is also available. Here bending moment and shear at the end, mid and maximum values can be ticked, and once you check them, you can click annotate. OK, you can see the values in the diagram. In case the design of the beams in the continuous beams are required, the 8th step is done. Assuming the loads entered were factored and doing the design by limit state method, go to commands menu, under design select concrete design, select the current code as IS456, select both the members using the beam cursor, select define parameters in the design box. In that we need to give the two design parameters of FCK and Fy. Select FC and enter 20,000 kN per meter square, assuming M20 concrete with characteristic compressive strength as 20 Newton per mm square. Click assign. Now select Fy main, enter 4,15,000 or 415,000 kN per meter square, which means Fe 415 steel of yield stress 415 Newton per mm square. Click assign. Now select Fy secondary, which is for the stirrups and the lateral ties. Enter 415,000 kN per meter square. Click assign, and if necessary the maximum and minimum ranges of the main and secondary bars can be entered. Now select maximum main, you can enter an example of 25 mm, assign. Maximum secondary 10 mm, assign. Minimum main 12 mm, assign. Minimum secondary 8 mm, assign. Close. Now deselect by clicking in the background of the screen. Now select both the beams using the member cursor. In the design box, click commands, design beam, assign, close. Now repeat step 7, analyze menu, run analysis, done. To view the design output, double click the corresponding beam to see the design results under concrete design tab. The concrete design tab will appear only when the section is safe. You can see the main reinforcement and the shear reinforcement in the diagram. The result can also be viewed in the STAAD output as tabular form text. So click STAAD output button at the top, go to concrete design in the left hand side. The design result for both the beams are listed. So as we saw, there are 7 steps in the analysis process, and design is the 8th process that we shall see at the last commonly. And now we can go to the second exercise, which is plane frame. Same procedure is adopted as such of the continuous beam, except that the nodes are given both in the x and y coordinates for plane frame, because the columns move in the vertical direction along the y axis. Other than that, the procedure is the same. So in the pre-processing stage, the input is given inside. So you can see the model in the slide. The columns are of height 5 meters and the beam is of span 7 meters. The beam is subjected to a UDL, and there is a point load in the left column top. So the UDL is of intensity 20 kilonewton meter in the beam, and the point load on the node of the column in the left is moving in the positive x-axis of intensity 15 kilonewtons. So this is the problem which has to be fed in. So initially the type of structure selected is plane with units kilonewton meters. The first step is geometry, nodes. The first node is given as the origin 0, 0, 0, which is the bottom left. The second node is 0, 5, 0. It moves in the y-axis 5 units. And third node is 750 in the x 7 units and in the y 5 units. Fourth node is 700, moving 7 units in the x-axis. So the fourth node is the support in the right end. So this is the first step. 4 nodes are fed into the system. The second step is to add members between the nodes by which the dimensions can be arrived. So under geometry, click add beam from point to point. So here beam literally means member. Select node 1 and then node 2. The first member is established. Same procedure with the other nodes, you get the second and third members. The third step, select the beam cursor, select the corresponding beam, go to commands, member property, prismatic, rectangle, give breadth and depth of the section, and material is checked. Available material are concrete, steel and aluminum. Here we select concrete, and here the beam dimensions are given 0.3 meter breadth by 0.5 meter depth, and columns 0.3 by 0.3 meters. So they have to be given separately, and then click assign and close. So initially the beam size is given 0.3 by 0.5 meters, assign close. Then once again select both the columns, go to commands, member property, prismatic, give the dimensions as 0.3 by 0.3 meters, assign and close. So the section property will be displayed in the screen. The fourth step is to give the supports. So select the bottom two nodes, node 1 and node 4, using the node cursor. Go to commands, support specification, fixed or pinned or fixed butt. Here we have to select fixed. Both the nodes are fixed. Select, assign and close. So you can see the fixed support is established in the bottom two nodes. The fifth step is to give the load. So go to commands, loading, primary load. The default value load number is 1. Name load case 1, add and close. Now select load case 1 in the right hand side window. Click add, member load, uniform force, minus 20 intensity in the global y axis. So minus due to the downward direction of the load, add and close. So the load gets added but not yet assigned. Now select the load UNI-GY minus 20 kilonewton meter. Select the corresponding beam, assign to selected beam, assign and close. Now you can see a UDL is assigned on the beam of intensity 20 kilonewton per meter in the downward global y axis. Similarly, select load case 1, add, select nodal load, concentrated force, and the direction is fx, positive fx direction. So click plus 15, add and close. Now select this fx 15 kilonewton, select the corresponding node, here node number 2, assign to selected node, assign and close. You can see the point load is assigned on the second node. The sixth step is to give the command to perform analysis. So go to commands, analysis, perform analysis, print all. So as already told, this should be given only once, even after many modifications shall be carried out later. And then the seventh step is the analyze menu, run analysis, run. So with this, the pre-processing is over. Post-processing is done by the software by stiffness matrix method. So only when the modeling is correct, the matrix is formed, simplified, and the unknown forces are arrived. So in the third stage of post-processing, you can see the results. So here it is a 2D frame. So you can see you get bending moment diagram, shear force diagram, and axial force diagram. So by clicking MZ, you get the bending moment diagram, Fy gives the shear force, Fx gives the axial force. Mx is torsion. If you have any torsion, that will be displayed once Mx is clicked. To view the results, go to the result menu, view value, beam results, and check bending moment, shear, axial force at the various vital points, which are the end, mid, and maximum values. Click annotate and OK. So you can see the values that are displayed in the diagram at the various significant points. To design the members of the portal frame, go to commands menu, under design, select concrete design, current code IS456. Now select all the members using the beam cursor. Go to define parameters in the right hand side design box. Select FC as 20,000 kilonewton per meter square, meaning M20 concrete. Assign. Select Fy main 415,000 kilonewton per meter square. Click assign. Fy secondary 415,000 kilonewton per meter square. Assign. The maximum and minimum bars for main and secondary reinforcement can be given. Click assign, close. Now deselect by clicking in the screen background. Now you can select both the column members using the beam cursor. Go to the design box, in the commands button, click design column, assign, close, deselect. Once again, select the beam using the member cursor, go to the design box, commands, design beam, assign, close, deselect. It is here that we define the vertical members as columns and the horizontal member as beam to be designed. Now select all the beams and columns, go to the design box, click commands button, take off, assign and close. This gives the concrete and steel quantity of the beams and columns in the STAAD output. Now repeat step 7, click analyze menu, run analysis, done. Here it is assumed that the loads entered in the frame previously are factored load, which is required for limit state method of design. To view the design results, double click the members to see the design result. Once the column member is double clicked, you can go to the concrete design tab at the last. You can see the diagram and the area required in the dialog box. In case the section is not safe, this concrete design tab will not appear. The section has to be revised. Same way, the beam element can be double clicked to see the concrete design, the reinforcement, the main reinforcement and the shear reinforcement. The output can also be viewed in the text form by clicking the STAAD output button at the top to see the design results of the columns and beams. So the third exercise is a truss. Here structural steel material is used for the members. The most important thing is in the type of structure, truss has to be selected, only then all the joints will be pin jointed, the moments will be released. And the units is in kilonewton meters. Other than that, the modeling steps are similar. The first step is to give the nodes. So here you can see the problem, it is a two span or a two bay truss which is of 3 meters span each, and the height is also 3 meters, and you have the top two nodes subjected to two vertical loads in the downward direction, and one horizontal load in the top left node. So usually trusses are subjected to nodal loads and they cannot take any bending moment. They take only axial force, whether either tension or compression. So initially the truss model has to be given as input in the pre-processing stage. So the first step, as usual, it is geometry, nodes. The first node is given as the origin 0, 0, 0. The second node is 3, 0, 0. Third one 6, 0, 0. So 2 bay, so 3 meters each. The fourth node at the top is 1.5 meter in the x-axis and 3 meters in the y-axis, Z0. Fifth node is 4.530. So you'll be getting 5 nodes, and then the second step is to establish the members between them. So under geometry menu, click add beam from point to point, select nodes 1 and 2, you get the first member established. Same procedure is adopted with the other nodes by which the length of all the members are arrived. The third step is to give the member property. So select all the members using beam cursor, go to commands, member property. Here structural steel sections are to be given, therefore select steel tables, under that Indian. So all the commercially available steel sections in the Indian market are listed. Here for the initial trial, we can select the least angle ISA 2023, which is Indian standard angle 20 by 20 by 3 mm for all the members. For analysis, we just need the internal forces developed. So the only during design we can check whether this member is safe or not. If it is not safe, we can increase the section. So click assign, close. The fourth step is to give the supports. So select the bottom left node using the node cursor, go to commands, support specification, click hinged, assign and close. And the bottom right is roller, therefore select the bottom right node, go to commands, support specification, select fixed butt, and except F5 release all the other 5 degrees of freedom. Therefore it offers restraint against movement in y direction alone and allows movement in all the other 2 directions, and moments are also released in the 3 directions. The fifth step is to give the loading. So go to commands, loading, primary load, the default load number 1, load case 1 name, add and close. Now select load case 1, add, nodal load, point load, give the intensity minus 15 in the global y direction, which is Fy, add and close. Now select this load Fy minus 15 kilonewton, select the corresponding node, which is the top 2 nodes, click assign to selected node, assign, close. So you can see the 2 vertically downward loads acting on the top 2 nodes. Once again select load case 1, add, nodal load, point load, click 10 intensity in the Fx direction, add and close. Now select Fx 10 kilonewton. Select the corresponding node, which is the top left. Assign to selected node, assign, close. So the load is displayed. So the sixth step is to give the command to perform analysis. So go to commands, analysis, perform analysis, print option, all. So as already told, this should be given only once, even when other modifications are carried out later. And then finally, go to the analyze menu, run analysis, run. So this completes the pre-processing stage. And then second stage of processing is done by the software itself by stiffness matrix method. So only when the modeling is correct, the matrix is formed, simplified, and the unknown forces are arrived. The third stage of post-processing is where you find the results. So go to mode menu, click post-processing, OK. So you can get the results in diagrammatic and in the tabular form. So here for truss, you get only axial force and no bending moment or shear. So therefore just click Fx, you get the axial force diagram. So generally the tension members are given blue colors, and the members under compression are shown in dark maroon. So based on the intensity, the width of the rectangle varies. When the force is less, the width of the rectangle is small. When the force is large, the rectangle width goes on increasing. To view the results, go to result menu, view value, beam results, click axial force, and you can also check displacement, annotate OK. So you can see the values of the axial force in the diagram. And then if you check displacement, which is the green button at the top, you can see the displacement at various nodes with the values. To perform the steel design, the 8th step is followed. Select commands menu, design, select steel design. The current code is selected as IS800 LSM. Now select all the members, go to the design box, click commands menu. Under that select check code, assign, close. Once again go to the design box, commands, member takeoff, assign, close. Now here it is assumed that the previously entered loads are factored load which are required for limit state method as per IS 800 2007. Now repeat step 7 by clicking analyze menu, run analysis, done. To view the design results, double click the corresponding truss member. Under the steel design tab at the last, the design results are viewed. In case the section is safe, in the result you get a pass. In case the section fails, you get a fail under the results. So the section has to be revised, that is increase the section under member property and once again analyze, run analysis to get the results. The section is increased until the result obtained is pass for each member. The output is visualized in text form by clicking Start Output button, where under steel design the results are viewed in tabular form, and after that you can see the under steel takeoff the quantity of steel required for all the members put together. So this is the end of the video presentation CAD using StatPro. In this we have seen 3 exercises: analysis and design of continuous beam, plane frame using RCC, and truss using structural steel. These 3 exercises are for academic purpose which will be beneficial for the student community. Thank you.